On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Outskirt.
The part of a town or city away from the center, typically the suburbs, the fringe or border of something.
Examples:
The outskirt of the forest. On the western outskirts. The outskirt of the city was quieter and more peaceful than the busy downtown area.
Overhaul.
A thorough examination, evaluation, or inspection of something, often with the intent of making necessary improvements, a major reorganization or restructuring of a system or process. Verb, to thoroughly examine, repair, and improve something to ensure that it is functioning properly and up to standard.
Examples:
Overhaul process. Vehicle overhaul. The mechanic suggested an overhaul of the engine to improve performance.
Grizzly.
A large North American bear species, often with grayish or brownish fur. A person who has streaks of gray or white hair.
Examples:
Grizzly size. Grizzly encounter. The hiker stumbled upon a grizzly bear in the woods and quickly retreated.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Sleeplessness.
The condition of being unable to sleep or having difficulty sleeping.
Examples:
Sleeplessness disorder. Beat sleeplessness. He tried various treatments for his sleeplessness, but nothing seemed to work.
Capitulate.
To surrender, especially under agreed-upon conditions, usually after a prolonged resistance, to acknowledge defeat or give in to an opponent or adversary.
Examples:
Capitulate under pressure. Capitulate to fear. The opposing army finally decided to capitulate and surrender to the victorious troops.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Minefield.
An area or situation that contains a hidden danger or risk, particularly a literal minefield of explosives or a figurative minefield of potential problems or missteps.
Examples:
Enter a political minefield. Navigate the minefield. The corporate restructuring process was a minefield with many obstacles that needed to be navigated.
Imperceptible.
Undetectable or indiscernible by the senses or by normal means of measurement, extremely subtle, faint, or gradual.
Examples:
Imperceptible movement. Imperceptible difference. The sound was imperceptible to the human ear, but the sensitive microphone could pick it up.
Pediatrics.
The branch of medicine that deals with the care and treatment of children.
Examples:
Pediatrics department. Pediatrics clinic. I am studying pediatrics in medical school because I love working with children.
Cuff.
A band or strip of material, usually worn around the wrist or ankle, often used to secure or fasten something in place. A blow or hit delivered with an open hand, typically to the head or ear.
Examples:
Cuff bracelet. Soft cuff. The doctor used a blood pressure cuff to measure my vitals.
Sinister.
Giving the impression that something bad or evil is happening or will happen.
Examples:
Sinister look. In sinister terms. The dark clouds in the sky gave off a sinister feeling.
Bulge.
To protrude or extend outward.
Examples:
Bulge at the enterprise. Bulge with books. The muscles in his arm bulged as he lifted the heavy weights.
Innuendo.
An indirect or subtle suggestion, hint, or insinuation, typically of a negative or derogatory nature, often in a suggestive or critical way.
Examples:
Sexual innuendo. Subtle innuendo. He made several innuendos about her personal life during the meeting.
Tort.
A civil wrong or breach of duty that results in harm or loss to someone, for which legal action can be taken to claim compensation.
Examples:
Intentional tort. Tort of negligence. The lawyer presented a strong case to win the tort lawsuit.
Reformer.
A person who makes changes to a system or law to improve it.
Examples:
Education reformer. Catalytic reformer. He is regarded as a passionate social reformer.
Crippling.
Causing someone to become unable to walk or move, causing severe damage or harm.
Examples:
Crippling debt. A crippling strike. He is still struggling with a crippling disease.
Iceberg.
A large piece of ice floating in the sea, detached from a glacier.
Examples:
Hit an iceberg. Iceberg melting. The ship encountered a series of icebergs and had to change its course.
Redress.
To correct an error, a fault, or something bad.
Examples:
Redress a person. Redress gender disparities. That monk tried to redress wrongs in his kingdom in a nonviolent manner.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
Pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Extenuate.
To lessen or partially excuse the seriousness, magnitude, or impact of something, typically by providing explanations or mitigating factors, to make something appear less severe or significant.
Examples:
Extenuate the fault. Extenuate the circumstances. The apology did little to extenuate the gravity of the offense committed.
Hindsight.
Understanding or knowledge that comes after an event has occurred, the ability to perceive or understand events with greater clarity or accuracy in retrospect.
Examples:
Hindsight bias. 20/20's hindsight. With hindsight, we can see that investing in that company was a mistake.
Squint.
To look at something with half-closed eyes, especially when trying to see more clearly or in bright light. To consider or examine something with suspicion, doubt, or skepticism.
Examples:
Squint against the sun. Squint at the radar screen. I had to squint my eyes to read the small print on the menu.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
Extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Utopia.
An ideal and perfect society in which all social and political problems have been solved, and all members live in harmony and prosperity.
Examples:
Perfect utopia. A utopia for an engineer. The concept of utopia is often viewed as an impossible or unrealistic goal, as it goes beyond what is currently possible.
Paralysis.
A condition in which you are unable to move or lose control of part or most of the body because of illness or injury.
Examples:
Moral paralysis. Paralysis in the leg. Massive demonstrations lead to total paralysis of transportation.
Anecdote.
A short and amusing or interesting story about a real incident or person.
Examples:
Personal anecdote. Funny anecdote. She entertained the guests with anecdotes about her travels and experiences.
Pervade.
To spread throughout something, to permeate.
Examples:
Pervade society. Pervade an atmosphere. The smell of baking bread pervaded the kitchen.
Distrust.
A lack of trust or confidence in someone or something.
Examples:
Distrust in politics. Growing distrust. The employee's consistent tardiness and lack of accountability made her coworkers develop distrust in her abilities.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Discreet.
Characterized by the ability to keep secrets or maintain confidentiality, showing prudence, tact, or reserve in behavior or speech, not likely to draw attention or cause offense.
Examples:
Discreet manner. Discreet conversation. He was discreet with the sensitive information he had been entrusted with.
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
Viol instrument. Viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Pebble.
A small, smooth, rounded rock, especially one worn by the action of water.
Examples:
Drop a pebble into a pond. Pebble pathway. She picked up a pebble from the beach and put it in her pocket as a souvenir.
Recess.
A period of time when the members of a parliament, committee, etc., are adjourned, a short break in a trial in court.
Examples:
A court recess. During noon recess. The company decided to take a recess and reconvene the meeting later that day.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples:
The Institute of Archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Aphrodisiac.
A substance that is believed to enhance sexual desire or performance.
Examples:
Powerful aphrodisiac. Herbal aphrodisiac. Oysters are believed to be a natural aphrodisiac, encouraging sexual desire.
Lure.
To tempt or persuade someone to do something.
Examples:
Lure prey. Lure foreign investment. The salesperson used a special offer to lure customers into buying the product.
Prong.
A pointed projecting part, typically one of two or more, on a fork or other implement. A projecting pointed part of an antler equals branched structure that grows from the head of most male deer and some female deer.
Examples:
Prong hook. The prong on the electrical outlet. The fork had a sharp prong for skewering meat.
Prune.
A dried plum that has a black, wrinkled appearance. Verb, to cut off branches from a tree, bush, or plant, especially to encourage growth.
Examples:
Prune a branch. Wrinkle like a prune. You should remove the seeds from the prunes before cooking.
Hurdle.
A barrier or obstacle that must be overcome.
Examples:
Overcome hurdles. Hurdle race. The company faced several hurdles in the development of its new product.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Subconscious.
Relating to or concerning the part of the mind that is not fully conscious, but still influences thoughts, feelings, and behavior.
Examples:
Subconscious influence. Subconscious behavior. The subconscious mind is said to hold our deepest desires and fears.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Veneer.
A thin layer of material applied to the surface of something for decoration or protection, A superficial or deceptive outward appearance that conceals the true nature of something beneath it.
Examples:
Veneer knowledge. Veneer stone. The wooden table had a thin veneer of cherry wood on top, giving it a beautiful and glossy finish.
Tweak.
To pinch or squeeze something sharply, to adjust something finely.
Examples:
Tweak his cheek. Tweak the economy. He didn't tweak the plan even though he had time.
Gape.
An act of opening the mouth wide, often as a sign of surprise, wonder, or boredom, a wide opening or gap in something, especially in a physical object or landscape. Verb, to open one's mouth wide, often as a result of surprise, shock, or amazement.
Examples:
Gape in amazement. Bird's gape. The gape of the Grand Canyon is an awe-inspiring sight.
Inviolable.
Not to be violated or broken, secure from being violated, desecrated, or compromised.
Examples:
Inviolable security measures. Inviolable principles. The right to privacy is considered inviolable in many democratic societies.
Dike.
A wall or embankment built to hold back water and prevent flooding, a barrier made of earth, stone, or concrete, a narrow channel cut into rock or soil by erosion.
Examples:
Water dike. Coastal dike. The town council plans to repair the damaged dike along the riverbank.
Wade.
To walk through water that is not deep enough to swim in, to struggle or proceed slowly and laboriously through something, such as a difficult situation or a crowd of people.
Examples:
Wade down a street. Wade through paperwork. I had to wade through the knee-deep water to get to the other side of the river.
Seesaw.
A long, narrow board balanced on a fulcrum or pivot point, often used as a toy or play equipment in a children's playground.
Examples:
Seesaw motion. Seesaw effect. The children played on the seesaw in the park.
Merry.
Cheerful and lively, often with a sense of joyfulness or celebration, characterized by a happy or festive mood.
Examples:
Merrymaking. Merry laughter. We had a merry time at the Christmas party, singing carols and drinking eggnog.
Intern.
To put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
Intern civilians. Medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Humanize.
To make something or someone more humane or compassionate. To make something more relatable or understandable to humans.
Examples:
Humanize my pet. Humanize a room. The charity event aims to humanize the homeless rather than treat them as mere statistics.
Quicksand.
A type of loose sand or soil that behaves like a liquid, capable of trapping and engulfing living beings or objects that become stuck in it. Dangerous or difficult situations that can trap or overwhelm people who find themselves in them.
Examples:
Escaping from quicksand. Sink in quicksand. During my hiking trip, I got stuck in quicksand and had to be rescued.
Appellate.
Relating to or having the power to hear appeals from lower courts or tribunals, referring to a court that primarily hears appeals.
Examples:
Appellate procedure. Appellate jurisdiction. The appellate court reviews cases that have already been tried in lower courts.
Disgruntled.
Displeased, dissatisfied, or resentful, often because of unfair treatment or perceived injustices.
Examples:
Become disgruntled at work. Disgruntled customer. The disgruntled employee quit her job after being passed over for a promotion.
Denominator.
The number below the line in a fraction.
Examples:
Common denominator. Different denominators. The first step is to rationalize the denominator of a fraction.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
Descend a steep hill. Descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Gridlock.
A situation in which traffic or progress is obstructed due to congestion, blockage, or a lack of movement, a deadlock or impasse in negotiations or decision-making.
Examples:
Gridlock situation. Political gridlock. The rush hour traffic in the city often leads to gridlock on the highways.